Do you prefer the netbook or the iPad for students?
Both have their disadvantages. The netbook, I believe, has more programs, more applications that I think would be of beneficial use. The iPad, obviously, more compact. Neither, I think, is really good for the amount of use and abuse that they take among the student body.
And do you think there's any benefits that the iPad had that the netbook doesn't?
Probably just the fact that it's more compact. It seems to be more popular. As far as researching skills, no.
And do you think it was easier for the students to take notes on the iPad or netbook?
Probably the netbook because you're more familiar with it. The applications are the same as any PC that anybody has at home, any laptop that you have at home. But again, most students have either a Droid phone or they have an iPhone. So it's not going to be an alien object to them when you're dealing with the iPad. But I think, trying to find a program like Evernote, or you're going to have to pay for the programming if you're going to try to use Microsoft, which is what most people are familiar with on an iPad.
And do you think the iPads were more for personal use in school?
As far as the students are concerned, absolutely.
And do you think people have more problems with their iPad or netbook?
I think the problem with having problems with the iPad is you can't do the same repairs that you can do in-house. I mean, you were in my class, we use them all the time. Students have problems all the time. Many times I could just take their iPad, or their netbook, and I could do something with it and get it functioning again. It's not that simple with an iPad. There's more downtime because the iPads have to be repaired outside this building. There's more expense involved because the iPads have to be repaired outside this building.
Okay, that's it. Thanks.
Okay.
Do you prefer the iPad or the netbook?
The netbook.
And is there any benefits of the iPad? The netbook today.
No, not at all.
And was it easier to take notes on the iPad or the netbook?
Definitely the netbook.
And do you think the iPads were more for personal use or school?
Personal.
And have you had problems with your iPad or the netbook?
No.
Okay, that's it. Do you prefer the netbook or the iPad?
The netbook.
And is there any benefits that the iPad has that the netbook didn't?
No.
And was it easier to take notes on the iPad or the netbook?
The netbook.
And do you think the internet connection was better on the iPad?
I don't think it's different.
Do you
I think the iPad is a really bad idea.
Do you think the iPads are more for personal use or school?
Personal.
And have you had problems with your iPad more than your netbook?
Yeah, because iPad I can't take notes or print really easily and stuff like that.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Prefer the netbook or the iPad?
I like the netbook.
Is there any benefits that the iPad had that the netbooks didn't?
Well, it's definitely more portable and easy to carry, but it doesn't really have any more advantages when you use it for schoolwork.
Was it easier to take notes on the iPad or the netbook?
I think definitely the netbook because it has it had a keyboard and it was just easier because you can go in Word and things like that. So.
Is the internet connection better on the iPad?
I think it's the same. I'm not really sure the difference. programs, but I think they're pretty much the same. So
Do you think the iPads are more for personal use than school?
definitely, I think it's easier to like do instant messaging and like interacting and doing games and everything. So, but I think the netbooks are more like for school than the iPads.
And have you had problems with your iPad more than your netbook?
Not really. I've never had problems with either one, so I don't know.
Okay, that's it.